What's going on, everyone? Steve here, and I have Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition for you today. Now, this is obviously the re-release of the PS3 and Xbox 360 game, but more importantly, to me anyway, it's one of my favorite games of all time. Now, I know it's weird to say. I know this game is not liked by many. I mean, people enjoy it, but it's always had a weird, something weird to it, and I'm not sure why. But I love this game. I love everything about this game, from characters to music to story, the lore, where it fits in with the rest of the Devil May Cry games. Now, I know a lot of people say this is the weakest story-wise, but gameplay, it's great. Where everyone sits with it, everyone's free to have their own opinion, and I'm free to say that this is one of my favorite games of all time. I've beaten it dozens of times. I was excited when they announced the re-release with Virgil, Lady, and Trish playable, so I'm excited to finally get into those, but I wanted to beat the original campaign again. Now, this is a game where I'm surprised it didn't do more. Again, people say that Devil May Cry suffers from being a hack and slash game, where that's what makes Devil May Cry. Like, they've been able to do that formula better than anyone, in my opinion. I've played a lot of the clones, the Bayonetta, and all those kind of, and they do fine. They're good in their own respect. But the characters, I mean, Dante, especially in this one, you really get to like Nero as this youthful punk kid. Maybe that's what maybe that's what attracts me about this game most, is being able to connect with some of these characters. These characters are great. I love playing as Nero. Dante, when you finally get to him, is enjoyable as always. But he's actually the enemies I hate the most. These little freaking guys. And I guarantee you, as soon as I kill this one, the white Freddy Krueger shows up. Yeah, that's what I thought. And I remember pretty well the enemies. I don't remember all the puzzles and the levels anymore. I used to. It's been a while since I've played this through. So try to get through this part. This part's weird. These guys are annoying just because how long it takes to kill them. You gotta pretty much do this nonsense to take the smoke off them. Get this little bootleg Van Helsing out of here. Let's just try to push this guy up real quick. Again, these games aren't difficult unless you're playing on, one of the possible modes, the Heaven and Hell, Hell and Hell, Dante Must Die mode. Unless you're playing on those, this isn't that bad. People complain about these games being hard and confusing, and I never understood that. If I can beat it, anyone can beat it. So let's go through here. We're going to take a right first. We took a left with these resets. Pull them over, make the switch. Now, I have to admit, the enemies obviously repeat a lot, like these Scarecrow guys. You're fighting them since level 1. You fight them throughout the whole game. There is variety between the enemies, but it is a mixture where you do get a lot of repeats. But what can you expect in a game that you're fighting just hordes of enemies like this? Over the wall. I'm not going for every little secret. I know where most of them are, but again, I just wanted to just get into this game again. I can't wait to kind of get through it. These enemies I actually really enjoy fighting, the little fake angels. Except the shielded one. When they have the shielded, it's annoying. I wish they would have given you more weapons to use through as Nero. Again, it helps when you play as Dante to help differentiate them. You get a little bit of, again, it feels different. It's weird because Dante fights slower when you finally get to that point. It's not a good level to show off this game. You don't get to see the combo with all these freaking barriers. Hopefully we get to a more open area. So we have to stupid switch. Let's see how this works. See, I don't know this level as well as I wish I did. Stop down. Oh, activate. Again, these games are just all hack and slashes are just chaotic fun. You know, it's all about getting crazy combos, juggling enemies, not trying not to be touched so you get the triple X ring. It's awesome. I've always liked Devil May Cry, even when I had no idea how to play those. I've always liked it. And I was always a big fan of 3 for the most part. Even after 4 came out, I went and bought 3 instead. And it's great. I'm glad I played 3 for the amount I did. It helps you get a feel for Virgil and Dante. So, but again, Devil May Cry stories have always been very generic and standalone. You don't need to play through all of them to play any of them, really. You literally pick up 1, 2, well, 2 you don't want to pick them in general, but 1, 3, 4, you can pick any of those up at any time. And you won't feel lost, you won't need some big recap. Stories are pretty generic, but I really do enjoy them. I wish they would do a movie. I don't want a movie at the same time. I want to say I wish they had a movie. I know they've had the contracts for years, but nobody does it. This isn't something that translates to me. The anime did okay, but it still wasn't the same. It's clear this guy takes a lot out more just sucking. So let's see where this one's going to. Statue has the hopefully I can just do this. Right across. I'm right. Yes. They try to trick you up putting all that nonsense in there. Again, that's one, issue I've always had with Devil May Cry games. They make things look and be more complicated than they need to be. In general, this game is linear, but they try to give you this feel of exploration, and you don't really get to explore. You get secrets and there's like extra challenges and stuff. Besides the main game, though. Don't put collectibles just to have collectibles. Don't put empty rooms just so you're filling your time. Another issue these games always have is the camera. You see being pushed to the second segment makes the camera want to switch and it just ruins it. Which, in the follow-up, the reboot of the game, of the series actually, they addressed a little bit by not having any of those sections. Like, any second when the camera's gonna switch, it drives me nuts. It does that. Even though this is my, one of my top games, doesn't mean it's without its own flaws. I have lots of complaints about the game, but none of them that break the game for me. None of them that make me not enjoy it at all, actually. So, it's a game I highly recommend for people, especially if they're interested in Devil. Oh, come on. Not the stupid portal. Don't let me do all that again. Actually, if I go in the same one, doesn't do it. Like I was saying, it's a game I recommend if you're interested in the Devil May Cry series in general. It's definitely a game I say is worth trying this one first. If you're playing the other ones, the controls aren't as solid, things are a little wonky. Especially the first one. These games don't age well. They honestly don't age well, so it's a hit and miss. Some people like it, other people don't. I kind of wish there was a sequel to this game, though. You never get the full story about who Nero is.
Is it not beautiful?
Sorry to pick this up in the middle, guys, but I didn't want to bore you at the beginning. There's a lot of cutscenes, stuff like that. I'm not trying to get hit by copyright strikes so early on. So to keep spoiler free, can I skip this? Yeah, we can. Again, it's a really cool game, the lore. If you're not really into, demon and that whole nonsense like that, I wouldn't recommend it because, like the guy who over here looks like the Pope over here. He's a demon and something with, they worship Dante. It's a whole lore. But if you're not into like creatures and monsters, and not necessarily demons, but creatures and stuff like that, then I wouldn't recommend it. It would be something weird. I wouldn't recommend it. It'll make people uncomfortable. I get that makes people uncomfortable. So just letting you guys know from the get-go. And I'm not beating up the Pope right now. This is some guy. They all worship a guy who technically killed the devil. Anyway, that aside, this is actually one of the more annoying bosses between fighting the Lord here, whatever you call him. It's not that hard. Again, each boss has a pattern to it, which is I like. Each boss is unique. Though some can get like very, very annoying, these bosses are unique. I think this one is repeated. Unfortunately, all the bosses get repeated when you have to play through as Dante. But I mean, look at these combos. The style is just so cool. That's one thing Devil May Cry has always done, is the style they have. The combos are always showy, it's flashy, very visual. Especially these later ones. Obviously, the earlier ones suffered from technical capabilities, but easily they learn from their mistakes. They know how to keep you engaged. I'll try to finish this guy off quick. I don't remember if he has another form or if this is a straightforward boss. At the S rank, I like that. Keeping those high ranks are always difficult. Like I can get to him, but see getting hit, brings him down very quick, very quick. Let's see if I can flip this guy. I wish more people played this game though. When I talk about it or when we bring it up in conversations, Devil May Cry has always been more of a cult following kind of game. I just wish it'd be more popular. I wish Capcom would invest more into it. Find a way to make it fresh again. These hack and slash kind of games are fun and people do enjoy them. You know, do they go and sell millions on top of millions and compete against Call of Duty? No. But they're solid games. They work. They're not broken. They're not filled with a bunch of downloadable DLC nonsense. You always get a full game when you play it. And that's not to take away from any of the other ones, Bayonetta, or any other one. None comes to my mind really quick, but it's nothing to take away from those games. They stand on their own, but this is one that's always captivated me. It's one I've always been more interested in. Jeez, I forgot you could fight this guy. Just control him. You don't fight this guy. See some of these issues. Actually, the controls are pretty solid, but it almost feels like I wish there was more buttons on the control, because they want you to hold certain ones while doing the other thing, and it gets difficult. Oh, come on. Don't waste my time. Do all this. You don't really fight that statue till later on. Yeah, don't run away. This guy's always a punk. Big bad, you know, he wants to be so powerful. So he's just a little punk. Look at that. Like, that's one issue with these kind of games. You will get to these points where just nothing can be done. You just gotta wait it out and fight it out. I'm going to use one of the items just so I don't have to worry about it. Of course, and there's dodges, but the dodges don't work too well when you have this kind of action with it direct. And they're just, I'm getting it right. It makes it look like I'm really bad. I'm pretty good at actually these kind of games. I like to say that, but like this, Nero doesn't have anything like dash, so it sucks. So they want you to just waste your time doing this. It just drives me nuts having to do this. Hopefully I can get him this next time. That worked out. Again, I hate it. He wants to run so quick, and then when you get close, it actually. That's just bad design. I know they want you to practice dodging, but I feel like they do it just more to extend. This doesn't need to be extended. So hopefully, I don't know if this will clear him out. I hope this takes him out. Yeah, that should be that final punch. Nice. Nero's one of my favorite characters actually, in games in general. I mean, I love Dante, but showing Nero off in this game, the new personality, the way he's younger and just more rebellious, is awesome to me. So I'll give you guys a little cutscene just so you can kind of get a feel where this game goes. Obviously, you see he's got his love interest, who's going for, you know, the group he's always vowed himself to. Betrayed him, or he's betrayed them in their eyes. It's always something. It's never as things seem. It's never as things seem. So I'm gonna skip it there. You know, not put any spoilers. If you guys are interested, don't be afraid to pick this game up. Again, it's on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, and re-released now on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. It's an awesome game. I will always go back to this game. I'm not sure why. Again, as much as I praise it, is it really game of the game to always remember? It's a game I will always remember. That's what matters. It's what you enjoy, guys. It's always what you enjoy, what you like getting out of games, and the experience I always get out of this game is wonderful. So I think after this mission is when you actually would be switched to Dante. Nero gets captured, and that's where the story progresses. So that's Devil May Cry 4, guys. Again, hack and slash. So if you're not into them, if you are into them, definitely try these out. If you're not into them, look into it. You never know if your taste can change something you like. I used to never be in these kind of games. I used to like straightforward stuff, but don't be afraid to try something new. Alright guys, so let me know what you guys think of Devil May Cry 4, the special edition. Later on I'm going to try to get into more of the other characters. You have Virgil, Dante's brother, which his storyline takes place as a prequel. Lady and Trish, which I believe happens adjacent to the original line. Those are new to this version. So again, the game's $25 I believe on the market. It's not that bad. It's digital only in the US region, but you can import it. PlayStation is region free. So don't be afraid to do this, guys. Pick it up. Let me know what you guys think.